Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jared here with Razel's Revenge Gaming, doing the weekly gaming news rundown for you. Now, again, flu, acute bronchitis, still kind of getting over it, so I will probably do the whole coughing and clearing of the throat thing again. My bad, I apologize in advance. Um, this week there's a decent amount of stuff to touch on. I got a couple of rumors. They're meh, so. Not any kind of mind-boggling rumors or anything like that. And then I also want to touch on, like at the very end, if I have enough time, I'll talk about the Last of Us TV series and I guess the upcoming like Destiny 2, the new season that's having, and also next month everyone hates this game, but apparently a lot of people still play it. But Fallout 76 and next month's big release for their DLC to make it a true Fallout game. So here we go. And as always, I do this to basically just pique you guys' interests. I don't want to flat out just be like, hey, this is this and that's in the story. By all means, if I touch on something that you find interesting, look more into it. I might have missed something. Because again, I try to just kind of get the bullet points just to get some news out there to you that isn't controlled by the bigger dudes like Kotaku, Polygon, IGN, all that good stuff. I know that they do a decent enough job, but you know, I'm not getting paid by anybody. I don't really have much of a bias towards anything except for being a gamer. That's it. If a game sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. If the game is mediocre, I'm going to say it's mediocre. If it's great, I'll tell you it's great. But it's my opinion, so, they're like assholes. Everyone has one. Also, note, you may have noticed the lack of hair and side of the beard. Um, just kind of got tired of it and decided to shave it off, so we'll see what happens. Face did not like it, by the way. It had been covered from the elements for God knows how long, and now it's all dry and angry, so kind of regretting that, but it is what it is. Okay, finally moving on. We have some news about Ghost Recon and Ubisoft and how they're basically overhauling the entire damn game, which is a good thing. I don't really know what the hell they were thinking of with Breakpoint, but dude, yeah, that everyone knows. Okay, anyways, the overall gist is they have canceled the second raid. Like, there's not going to be one. Canceled it. Not going to happen. They've with the upcoming March 24th update, they're going to do a couple of cool things and a lot of like behind the scenes shit, but it's going to be cool. Part of the update is going to be they're going to reduce the online requirements. Now, you will have to do an online check-in when you first sign in, and you'll have to be online for co-op and competitive stuff, but after that initial check-in, that's it. That's the only online requirement. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. So that way, like, if for some reason your internet decides to go derp or whatever, it won't boot you. So something to look forward to. Uh, they're also going to make it to where you can deactivate the crap loot system they have in place. Not really sure what it will replace it with. I just know that you're going to be able to deactivate their loot system. It's also going to, or the patch rather, is also going to introduce a immersive mode, which is going to reward tactical skill over your like Destiny-esque grind for better gear and a gear score. So that's kind of cool. It'll make it to where, like, if you find a decent weapon, you can keep that weapon because it's good and not like, again, like with Destiny or hell, even the first Division, you get a really cool weapon and then you find something else that's just better stat wise and you're like, fuck. So you ditch it because your gear score goes up. But anyways, so in light of that, they're ditching the gear score as well with the immersive mode, like I just said. Going to give you an option to customize your stamina and health bars in some manner. It's also going to make it to where you can clear up the HUD. So that's going to be kind of cool if you found the HUD to be, I don't know, cluttered up with a bunch of crap. There will also be a setting that will allow you to play like a more realistic version of a shooter to where, like if you get shot, it's a severe injury or not. So that's kind of cool if you like the whole difficulty curve thing, aside from just bumping up a difficulty curve and everyone becomes bullet sponges, and that's really the only bump in difficulty. Overall, there's going to be improvements to enemy AI, which should be expected out of any update, and looks like to give you more like or to keep with immersion and to make it more realistic and stuff, since you're supposed to be like the only agent on that island, they're going to give you the chance to lock down the social hub, Irwan or Irwan. I don't know how the hell to pronounce that, so we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, it's going to give you a chance, an option to lock it down to where you're the only agent that shows up there. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. That seems kind of like they're throwing shit at a wall right there to see what would stick. So that's what I got about Breakpoint, Ghost Recon. It might be too little, too late, but if Destiny can pull itself out of a hole, and if what we hear with Anthem, 2.0 to be its saving grace, then maybe this will be Ghost Recon's Breakpoint saving grace as well. Unless they're going to do like what they did with the Division 2. I've not really heard that great of things about the new DLC expansion. To be honest with you, I didn't really like Division 2. It just was more of the same. And while that's not a bad thing, like when it comes to games like Borderlands 3, you expect more from something like the Division. But I'm going down the road there. Moving on. Oh yeah. Everyone was wigging out that, like, oh shit, the Nemesis in Resident Evil 3 is going to be able to break through the safe rooms. No. What everyone saw, I mean, it was a typewriter for, like, saving, but it wasn't an actual safe room. So, Capcom says that the safe rooms are safe rooms, that he's not going to be able to bust in the safe rooms and, ruin your day. So that's been confirmed. You will be safe from the Nemesis in Resident Evil 3 if you're in a safe room. So there's that. Also, a little bit of interesting tidbit. The lead combat designer from God of War just went to In Exile. That's pretty cool because In Exile is supposed to be working on a new AAA RPG, and if they can get the combat even close to the way it was in God of War for their unannounced AAA RPG, dude, that would be badass. So hopefully that move is gonna like work out wonderfully. I just, like fucking unicorns and rainbows and expectations there as far as combat goes for that unannounced AAA RPG title that In Exile is supposed to be working on. Let's see, what else do I have that might be worth mentioning here? Oh, okay. The mini TurboGrafx 16x16 x16, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I don't mind. It actually is delayed until further notice because of the coronavirus. Apparently, it was supposed to launch on the 19th of this month, and it was supposed to be like an Amazon exclusive, which is probably why not a lot of people knew about it. Hell, I didn't even really know about it until I saw it in a little article thing, but I thought it was cool that they're making a mini TurboGrafx. So there's that. Coronavirus is really fucking up a lot of things lately. So moving on, in case you were curious about that, it's just delayed until an indefinite time. So maybe you can go on Amazon and still pre-order them or something. I haven't checked. Next tidbit. Frictional Games reveals a sequel to Amnesia, which would be called Amnesia Rebirth. It's supposed to release fall of this year on PC and PS4. There's going to be a new protagonist, new setting, and it's supposed to be like an emotionally, like, mind fuck kind of thing that they're trying something different, I guess. So look forward to that if you enjoy horror games and was an Amnesia fan. If it does as well as the first Amnesia did, this will probably be a pretty badass game. So we'll see what happens there. Look forward to that. Two other little tidbits of news. E3 this year seems like it should just go ahead and cancel itself. Not over coronavirus concerns or anything like that, but we all know that Jeff Keighley was like, fuck you guys, I'm gone. I mean, he didn't say it like that. He was way more professional about it. But he's gone, and I Am 8-Bit, they're gone now. I Am 8-Bit was supposed to actually take care of like the floor show and everything for E3 this year. They were supposed to, make it more interactive, have more guest speakers, so forth and so forth. Well, it appears they're out. And of course, Sony's not going to be there, so, I mean, that's no surprise. They weren't there the last 2 or 3. So, I don't know what the hell is going to be for E3. Well, I know what's going to be at E3, but I don't know if it's going to be worth it, man. There's so many other smaller conventions that take place before E3 or maybe even a little bit afterwards. It's still, you know what I'm saying, to where that E3's become irrelevant. With these other smaller things and, like everybody doing their own like little shows and everything, it just makes E3 irrelevant, dude. By the time E3 rolls around, you've seen the trailer. You know what's going to be announced. It's lackluster, and I think it's just industry fluff at this point. So I don't think it's going to be canceled, but it should be. We'll see what ultimately happens, though. I don't really have high hopes, even if it does go on as planned. I think it's still going to be kind of like, the fuck am I watching and why the fuck am I watching it after you've seen everything else. Now, granted, everyone knows that people save, or developers and all that, save shit for E3, so yes, there would be stuff that you wouldn't have seen elsewhere. However, like I keep saying, is it enough to justify having E3? I personally don't think it would be. Alright, now, last little tidbit of news I have is not really groundbreaking or anything. I thought it was kind of interesting to throw out there for my PC gamers. Razer has released a new gaming mouse. It's supposed to be like the lightest, smallest gaming mouse they have. It's actually called the Viper Mini. It's supposed to combine everything that was good about the Viper and the Viper Ultimate into one sleek package, I suppose. It's got the same ambidextrous design as the Viper and Viper Ultimate. It's got the optical mouse switches, and it has 6 programmable buttons. It has an internal memory for you to hold, your specific button lineups and stuff like that. Custom settings, boom, that's the phrase I was looking for. It's got 8500 DPI optical sensors and a tracking speed of 300 inches a second. And the RGB lighting is included, which I think is kind of standard anymore as far as gaming shit is concerned for some strange reason. I mean, I bought a gaming tower and they threw in a keyboard and a mouse that has the RGB shit on it, and it's cool and everything, but I don't know. I'm a bland individual, I suppose. I don't like the colors. So, anyways, if you're looking to get something like that, it'll only set you back about $40 US. I think like UK, that's around 50, between 50 and 60, somewhere around there. You know, I don't know. I can't do that kind of conversion in my head. So, anywho, all right, on to the rumor section. Now, this is where everything is just kind of like, eh. So bear with me. Avalanche's Harry Potter RPG is supposed to get an official like review or reveal sometime soon. There's no set date. Like I said, it's a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. It's more than likely going to be for the next gen systems, you know, your PS5, your Xbox Series X. So I guess I wouldn't look for it to be like a launch title, probably midway through the first year. Avalanche is going for a AAA experience as far as their Harry Potter RPG goes. That's pretty cool. High expectations there. I think we've all kind of wanted something like that as far as a Harry Potter game goes. Like, you know, if they did like a Skyrim version of Harry Potter, I mean, that, or maybe not Harry himself, but you know, to create your own character in the world and all that good stuff, and just be able to be a wizard in the Harry Potter world. Badass, my opinion. So, anywho, moving on. League of Legends is supposed to be getting a new hero. Some of the people who talked about the hero kind of said that it was going to be Yon. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but anyways, he's like another katana wielding champion. So look forward to that if you're a League person. He's probably going to be your next hero that's unlocked. So if you were looking forward to that, now might be your time. Last but not least, in the rumors section, everyone lost their shit when Star Wars Project Maverick leaked on the PlayStation Store over in Europe, I believe it was. But that's all it was. It was Star Wars Project Maverick, and everyone saw the picture with the fuck, I can't remember what it is. Anyways, look it up. You'll see the picture. That's pretty much all that it was. There was nothing else to it. Nothing but speculation as to what it could be now. A lot of people are thinking that since it's Maverick, it might be like Rogue One related, or well, Rogue One Squadron related. Maybe, maybe not. No one knows. So take that as it is. Just, it's a thing. So keep your eyeballs open for it. And that's all I got as far as news and rumors goes for this week. Now, let me touch on The Last of Us TV series and how I'm probably the only dude who is not excited about this as much as I should be. The Last of Us is a golden cow. You don't touch it. You leave it alone, you let it do its thing, and what it has done is marvelous. The TV series is done by the dude, or dudes, who did the Chernobyl, whatever, however you want to pronounce it, TV miniseries on Hulu. Dude did a good job with that. That's actually a really good miniseries. don't really have a problem with that per se, as it's going to be, like the article said, a reimagining of The Last of Us. That scares me. Um, First of all, you have to nail the actors. Secondly, if you fuck with the story, what are you doing with your life? It was a it was a good story. I mean, I can't really knock it, dude. What are you going to reimagine? I mean, you can't really throw in like much more, or well, you would shoehorn it in like the LGBTQ element. Ellie was already lesbian, from what I understood, especially with the DLC that goes, it's like a prequel to The Last of Us. Um, from what I can remember, she preferred chicks, which is fine. Don't give a shit. Also, what about like the Me Too thing? Are they going to try to insert the strong women scenario? That's already in there. Ellie is a pretty strong woman when she has to be. I mean, by the end of the game, she's a strong woman. She'd probably just slit your throat and walk away. Also, the first woman you run into, Joel's, I don't know, lady friend, girlfriend, fuck buddy, whatever the fuck they were to each other, that bitch was a strong woman. She went out like a G. So I don't know. And like the leader of the Fireflies, she was kind of a strong woman, I guess. So I don't know what they could do to improve that. Now, one thing that really makes me wonder, like, what the fuck? And I'm not saying that they would do this at all, mind you. It's one of those things. Are they going to fuck with Joel? Like, are they going to try to tone down his toxic masculinity and make him like a soy boy? Or is it going to be, oh, well, in our reimagining, Joel and his brother, not brothers, they're actually lovers, and it was their daughter in the very beginning and not Joel's daughter? I really hope not, dude. Like I said, The Last of Us it's a golden cow, sacred cow, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Doesn't need to be messed with. In theory and on paper, a TV series sounds good, but if you really sit down and think about it, do you want them to change anything about The Last of Us? I mean, if 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 they fuck with the whole like end game stuff where Joel scoops Ellie off of that it's either a table or a gurney or something, and he's like, "Come on, baby girl, let's get out of here." If they fuck with that, I'll lose my shit, because that moment right there is when you knew that to Joel, Ellie was now his daughter, basically, in a nutshell. I mean, you knew it throughout the entire game, but that one thing right there just summed it all up. Just like, bam, all right, you're not a total asshole, Joel, so you do care. Um, but, you know, again, it's my opinion on this, and I know I sound like an asshole with all the crap I threw in there, but given the current state of the gaming industry with all the SJW, Me Too bullshit that's going on, dude, don't be surprised if they turn it into some kind of a huge virtue signaling opportunity. Um, yeah, I said it. I really hope not, because like I said, dude, it doesn't need to be messed with. But given the current climate, you all know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you don't, go watch a whole bunch of other people who have opinions on it. Melanie Mack just did a video about it, and I have to agree with what she said. Now, um, I'll catch flack for that. Fine, I'm going to catch flack for everything I just said about The Last of Us, because I guess I'm not being sensitive enough, but it is what it is. that's all I got about the Last of Us TV series. I wanted to save it to the end just because I knew it was going to be something that was going to take a few minutes to get out. Now, the last two things that I wanted to touch on was March 10th, which is this Tuesday, starts the new season for Destiny 2, which is Season of the Worthy. If you enjoy Destiny 2, get ready for that. You probably already are. The season pass rewards thing looks like they actually filled up most of it. I guess Bungie took everyone's advice about how the little progression bar thing needs to have rewards in pretty much every one of them. So most of them do. That's really cool. But also, this isn't this month, but it's next month. Fallout 76, Wastelanders DLC, April 7th. Fallout 76 should be a standard Fallout game with the release of that DLC. You know, NPCs, you're going to have factions, actual dialogue wheels, reputations, all that kind of good shit. So that's badass. Look forward to it. Put 76 at least back on the back burner of maybe I should check it back out next month. And when you do, and you start playing it, you might want to consider signing up for Fallout first. And another thing I'll probably get shit for is mentioning that and trying to push it. However, if it's going to make it like a more traditional, if Wastelanders is going to make it more traditional Fallout, do you really want to be on a server with a bunch of randos, or do you want your own private server where only you and your allowable friends can actually play? To me, if Wastelanders delivers on its promise 100%, they're gonna have my $15 a month for Fallout first. They won't get my $100 for the full year, because I mean, who's to say that my friends will actually be playing it for that long after the DLC and everything. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'll fork over the $15 a month to have my own private my own private server and all that good stuff, just to be able to enjoy Fallout 76 the way that it should have been enjoyed the first go around, which was more or less a single player thing where I can invite my friends in to play a Fallout game with me. So, yep, that's all I got, everybody. I didn't really want to run a 30-minute video this week, but shit happens. So that's that's it. That's all I got. As always, I appreciate you guys' support, and without it, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Be sure to, like the video, share the video, comment, follow me on, my Facebook page, mine's, Twitter. Anything you guys can do to help spread the word about this is awesome, because I'm about 95% sure on Twitter I'm shadow banned just because of the content that I share, which would be people who are also shadow banned and highly disliked on Twitter, which would be like Sargon of Akkad, Dankula, even poor old Tim Pool. I just, it's a thing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned on Twitter. So about the only way that I'll see any growth on Twitter now is through people hunting me down and following my page, or sharing my tweets and all that good stuff just to help get the word out about me. YouTube, I think YouTube is just kind of throttling me a bit just because of how small my channel is. I did a search a couple of days ago for my own channel. I didn't pop up at all, which is really weird because it's a pretty specific channel name. So, even if you go to YouTube and look up Razel's Revenge Gaming, it doesn't pop up any of my shit. That's as of like 2 days ago. It might have been 3 days ago. So I mean, like, I didn't check before I said this, but it probably hasn't changed. So to help me grow on YouTube, I just need you guys to share my stuff and like the videos and all that, and comment to help me stay relevant or to get relevant in the algorithm to get my channel out there. Mines I do pretty good on, and BitChute I do pretty good on. I only have like 4 subscribers on BitChute, but BitChute's way smaller than YouTube. However, I get like 3 to 4 times the amount, sometimes even 10 times the amount of views I get from YouTube on BitChute. However, people watch, but they don't subscribe and all that good stuff, which I understand, but like I said in my last video, if you really understood how much it helps content creators, not just your big ones who have made it, but small ones like me who are trying to make it, just clicking that subscribe button, clicking the like thing, helps so damn much. And it literally takes seconds to do. And like, even if you're like, I kind of like you, but I kind of don't. I don't really want to give you my sub. I understand, dude. It's your prerogative. I get it. However, what's it gonna hurt? I mean, if I do end up making it and you decide you don't like my content, you can always unsubscribe, or you can always talk shit about me, like, is an inevitable thing that's going to happen if this channel makes it. So, I mean, it's just, it takes nothing to do. There's no time at all to hit like. Um, Even if you don't have a BitChute um, channel or page or profile, I guess that's the word I'm looking for, it takes like 3 seconds to sign up for one. I know it sucks having to sign up for different things. I'm the same way. I don't really like doing that shit, but in this day and age where YouTube is doing what it's doing, suppressing the hell out of anything that's not mainstream media, your alternative medias like BitChute and Minds is where a lot of your smaller creators are going to end up migrating to, just because YouTube won't give them a fighting chance. And that's sad, but that's just the way things are. But anywho, this went way over. I apologize, everyone. Again, like, share, subscribe, get my stuff out there. I'm not anywhere near big enough to be like, hey, go to my subscribe star and give me money. But I do have a subscribe star. It's as low as $1 per month. So I mean, like, if you want to start helping the cause, to help me, like, run the website, or to help pay for the website, to help, just keep the lights running, be way, way, way more appreciative and everything, dude. That's money. That's shit that you spent little chunks of your time that you'll never get back for, that you decided to give me. So a little thank you is not big enough, but I mean, that's all I got for right now is thank you. So yeah, all the links and everything will be in the description of the video below. I'm rambling. Sorry, guys. This is it. I promise. You guys have a safe week, and I will see you all again next Sunday.